Out of all your Premier Live events that you've watched in your lifetime, was this the most lit crowd? Was the Backlash 2024 France crowd the most lit?
It's the Lame Guys Podcast.
All right, everyone. Welcome back. Episode 28, Lame Guys Podcast. I'm Mario.
I'm Vincent.
And let's get it cracking, bro. First, we got some big news today. We're wondering what was going to happen with WrestleMania. Typically, they announce WrestleMania date or the next WrestleMania location on the weekend of WrestleMania, right?
Yeah.
They didn't do that this year. And we had it fully planned that we were going to go to Minnesota because that was the rumor. And looks like, bro, I'm going to have to withdraw my name here for going to WrestleMania next year because Jesus. So WrestleMania 41 going to be in Las Vegas.
Yep, they're going to Vegas, baby.
So let me tell you this.
Gosh.
I'm just off the bat, off the rip, I think even the high seat tickets are going to be ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I mean, that's the first thing I said when I texted you is it's going to be so expensive.
Yep. So I think I'm already just gonna withdraw my name, bro. I think I'm already just gonna say, hey, I'm not going because I think it would have been a lot more easier to go if it was in Minnesota, just because first off, it's cold. So a lot of people probably not going to be trying to go when it's cold. And it's Minnesota, right? So like I would assume tickets wouldn't be too expensive. But Vegas is another beast, bro. I think we're screwed on that one.
Hey, bro, watch how you say that, bro.
Why?
That's Brock's hometown, boy. That's his state.
Hey, well,
That's
we don't
where
speak his name anymore, so
I didn't say last.
so I mean yeah, bro. So what do you think? I mean, personally, I think it fits better, especially if we are getting everything that we think we are getting. WrestleMania 41. Like if you tell me if we get a Rock and Roman match, you would think Vegas fits that way more than Minnesota, right? So
Yeah. Gosh, the speculation started. I mean, we all assumed it was going to be Minnesota. Even the
it was Minneapolis, right? So
yeah,
Minneapolis. Yeah. Okay.
They had I saw a video of like this city council even talking about we have a big announcement to make or whatever. We just can't make it. We just can't make it. And everyone's like, oh, it's WrestleMania is going to be here next year.
Right.
And then I remember texting you saying, dude, I was listening to 6 Feet Under, the Undertaker's podcast, and he said he's hearing it's in Vegas. And then everyone's like, okay, so what is it going to be? Is it going to be Vegas, Minnesota? Vegas, Minnesota. And then finally we get the announcement today, right after Backlash. They made it known, was it yesterday during SmackDown, that they're going to have a special announcement right after Backlash during the Kentucky Derby out of everywhere. But
right.
And we got the announcement. Yes, man. WrestleMania 41, April 19th and 20th will be held in Las Vegas.
Yeah, which is later than usual, right? It's usually around like the first weekend of April. Usually.
Yeah, I mean, you have the rare occasion, I think, where we've had a couple times where it's been the last weekend or the last week in March, and then
bro, it's Easter Sunday.
Oh, wow.
How weird. You would think they would try not to be on Easter, right?
Yeah, that's fine, but
I mean, that's fine with us, right? I mean, we don't do anything, but geez, yeah.
Hey, them people go to church in the morning, get right with Jesus, and at night they go savage at Mania, bro.
Yeah, I just find that strange. But yeah, it's Easter Sunday. I just looked on my calendar.
Nice.
Wow.
No, I mean it. Did you see that promo that Triple H was a part of?
I watched a clip, but I didn't watch it. I saw it on Twitter, but I didn't watch it.
Yeah, and basically he's just saying that WWE's the hottest it's ever been. He goes, this is a known fact. You have to go all out.
No, and Vegas, it's a perfect time to go to Vegas. I told you earlier, just another WrestleMania where it's going to break the biggest gate record. It's going to break the biggest money all making for WWE and on WrestleMania weekend. Like it's going to break all records. The fact that it's in Vegas, you can have a gate that's just tremendously high because Vegas is used to that. We see it with UFC and boxing all the time. Like, so sucks because, I thought we were going to maybe attempt to go. But I mean, maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe tickets won't be too crazy. Maybe at that time we'll be bigger and WWE will fly us out. That'd be insane. What if they said 2 tickets to WrestleMania 41? Are you willingly telling your wife Emily, hey, I'm going to WrestleMania 41, but you are not coming?
Well, first I'll make sure you survive first from telling your wife Teresa.
Well, see, so like my wife isn't really into wrestling like that. Like Emily, I would say, is more into wrestling, so she would be more upset, I feel.
Yeah, but I tell her, babe, it's for work. What do you expect me to do? It's for work. I'm getting paid for this because right now it's free. We make nothing off of this.
Yeah, but no, yeah, it's crazy, bro. But it does fit. It especially if we get to Rock and Roman, it fits.
Oh yeah, it'll be one of the biggest once again for what it'll be the 3rd year in a row, one of the biggest main events.
Yep. Yeah. We also had Backlash today, which we're gonna fully break down here later. It was a pretty good PLE in my opinion. It was pretty good. It was better than I thought it was gonna be. So we'll fully break that in here at the end of the episode. But first off, what do you want to get into?
Over the week we got some news that dropped. Nothing crazy, just like we always do, man. A lot of MCU news coming out. And just like we talked about last episode, we have our excitement and the new trailer for the Deadpool Wolverine movie. And along with that, we apparently have a new synopsis for the Deadpool Wolverine movie. It says, not only will they be working to defend a range of villains plaguing the Marvel Universe, but they'll be gate crashing the MCU franchise too and putting their own rated R 20th Century Fox styled twist on some of our favorite moments from phase 1 through 4.
So that sounds
just
like
more hype that can come across this movie.
Right. Yeah. And we keep telling ourselves that we are not going to let ourselves get too overhyped. But it's so hard, bro. It's so hard, especially with all this like rumors that are coming out. It's just so hard to not let myself get super hype. So when I hear that, I pretty much assume that we're going to see some time travel in the movie. And I think it's going to be great. So we'll see Deadpool put his own spin on different things and that have happened in the MCU. How long is this movie going to be? Have they said?
I want it. I don't think it's like the official runtime, but I want to say someone said it's going to be about. Oh, it's definitely going to be over 2 hours.
So that's what I was about to say. Part of me feels like I want it to be a good sized length movie, but I also know I don't remember how long the previous Deadpool movies were, but I feel like they weren't very long.
I feel like
I could be wrong on that.
First one wasn't over 2, but the second one was.
Okay. See, so like part of me feels like I want it to be long, but I also know like a Deadpool type movie maybe can not be that long. I just hope it's long enough to where we get to where it feels like it's nonstop stuff happening, but also long enough to where I feel like I got a good like movie's worth time. Like I don't want it to fly by either. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want it to be like, oh, it's already over.
I feel like there's gonna be so much to unpack during this movie. And
that's
like you said, I mean, we can't get too excited, but I'm already there. I'm so excited for this movie.
I know.
I'm doing it to myself.
I don't want to say I'm trying to lower my expectations because I do think it's gonna be good. Like I really do. I really think it's gonna be a good movie. I saw somewhere on Twitter that the last Marvel movie that I think we just talked about this last week, that we were trying to guess what the last Marvel movie that hit $1 billion was. I think it was Spider-Man. No Way Home. Did it hit $1 billion?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 1.9.
I think that was the last. I saw a tweet that was the last Marvel movie that hit $1 billion. Which when did that come out? 2021.
Yeah,
that's a while ago, dude. And I fully think this one's gonna hit $1 billion.
Okay, I'm trying to remember what Cross made, but that wasn't MCU. It was just a Marvel.
Right. Yeah. I don't think it hit $1 billion.
No.
Yeah, but you can't really include that even if it did, right? Because it's not technically the MCU. I think it's gonna hit $1 billion. I don't know, dude. Everything you say about it, I guess I get so jittery because I'm so excited to see it. But I'm also trying to just mellow my expectations.
July's not, I mean, can't come fast enough. I mean, it's going to be here before you know, but still, it's just like, gosh, the more and more we hear, it's just, the anticipation is just through the roof.
Right. You want to move on?
All right. So keeping with MCU news, Giancarlo Esposito, I'm guessing that's how to say his name, has revealed that he has been cast in a secret MCU project. According to Collider, he teases that it'll be announced, quote, rather soon or sooner rather than later, and it's better than you can imagine.
All right, you know how I feel about him.
Oh yeah, you love him.
He's one of the top villains of all time, in my opinion. I mean, Breaking Bad in itself. I mean, he's killed it in that show.
So I've never seen Breaking Bad. I know it's one of those that you've told me for years I need to watch, but I have
seen all-time favorite show.
I think his death in it, and pretty damn brutal.
Yeah, it's crazy. Brutal. So, do you want to say what you think he's gonna be? Because I kind of have a feeling what I think he's gonna be.
Okay, so I wish I found the quote also, but they're saying that it's something that fans haven't put out there yet. Because before,
so I was trying to think about that.
I was thinking,
you said that.
Gosh, I think he'd be a great Professor X. I think he'd be a great one, but
I'm trying to remember what people were fan casting him, because whenever I saw that, I thought, okay, wait. So I vaguely remember the Professor X one. Was there a Doctor Doom fan casting, or am I making that up?
For him, no, I don't think there was a Doctor Doom one for him.
What were the fan castings for him? Because I really don't remember. I don't know if you do.
The one that always pops in my head is the Professor X.
Okay, maybe it's that one.
Yeah.
So personally,
people fan cast him as Professor X, and Denzel as Magneto.
Okay, maybe I have. That sounds vaguely familiar, so maybe I have seen that one. Okay, how would you feel about this? What if we get him as our MCU Norman Osborn?
Dude, first off, he'd kill it.
Yeah, I mean, I think any role that he's in.
Oh well, most definitely a world-class actor. Most definitely, we
just saw him in Abigail.
Yeah, in just a small minor role.
Yeah,
but even with that, I just thought, bro, yeah, you're still running shit. You like no matter what, you just run shit. And him as Norman, I'm thinking, oh, dude, just those speeches he would give Tom Holland Spider-Man would be great, dude. I would love to see that, and just go from one amazing actor like from William Dafoe and going straight to him as the next Norman Osborn. It'd be a great transition.
Yeah, I personally think it would be great. When I saw that, I thought, okay, so if he's got a role that people will like, but it's not a role that people have been mentioning, I don't think I've seen much of him being Norman. I think he's got the look for it. Norman's like older in every iteration that we've seen him. And I think he's just one of those actors, bro. You know, there's those certain actors that are just always the bad guy, or always, it's almost weird when you see them not be the bad guy almost. So I feel like for him to be Norman Osborn, I think he'd kill it. I think it'd be great.
So with them saying it'll be announced sooner rather than later, I'm trying to think, okay, what's a project? And this doesn't just mean movie. It can be a TV show. It can be a animated thing that we don't even know, but it says MCU. So I'm going to really assume it's going to be an actual live action animated movie, or a live action movie or TV show rather than animation. But I'm thinking, okay, so what's down the pipeline? They haven't even announced Spider-Man 4 yet. So could it be Norman? I don't know. We know the X-Men are coming to the MCU. I mean, look, we already have Patrick Stewart popping up in Multiverse of Madness. We already have Wolverine showing up in Deadpool Wolverine. Miss Marvel is a mutant. I mean, those who watch her show, they said she has a mutagen gene or something like that.
Yeah.
Who else? Oh, we have Beast popping up in the Marvels as well. So maybe, but then we also have to see what's going to happen with the rest of the X-Men from, I'm guessing, the Deadpool Wolverine movie. We're going to know more.
Yeah.
I just can't even think about who else he could be.
I mean, he could just be throwing us off. Maybe he is just going to be Professor X, or maybe he is going to be some type of role with the X-Men. But I think they are going to announce Spider-Man 4 before long. If they haven't announced it already, I thought they already did, but if they haven't already, I think they are going to announce it. Tom Holland, I think, has already been speaking about like he's gonna be Spider-Man, and Zendaya, I think I saw is already coming back for Spider-Man 4 whenever they announce it. So I think he's gonna be Norman Osborn.
Yeah, they announce, they haven't officially announced it yet. You're right. Tom has spoken about it multiple times now. But everything will probably be around Comic-Con time.
Which is when? Summer?
Yeah. So probably July, either late June or July.
Okay. See, so I think that's not that far. We're already in May.
Yeah.
So I mean,
month.
to announce it, to announce it soon. I mean, it could be Spider-Man. So I don't know. No matter what role he's in, I'll be happy just to have him in the MCU.
I want to know your opinion because I don't think I've ever asked you about this one. Me mentioning that the fan casting for him as Professor X and Denzel Washington as Magneto. How would you like Denzel to play Magneto?
Personally, I just think it's like, I kind of think if it's reach. I don't know. Like, I kind of just think like, because when I think of Magneto, right, I think of like the Holocaust type shit. So if it's Denzel, right, I mean, we're not going to just ignore that he's not a completely different skin color. I'm not a historian. I don't know if there was black people that were Jewish that were in the Holocaust. I don't know. But I would assume if it's Denzel, they would have to change the whole story. So maybe like he was a slave or something. Personally, I would be okay with it just because it's Denzel. But at the same time, I think it's a change that we don't have to make. Like, we just want to see Magneto have the same story. We don't need a different take on it. Now, if there is, like, cool, but it's a change that I don't think that I would personally care for. So I guess I would say I would prefer him not be Magneto, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But at the same time, like if he got announced as Magneto today, fuck it, like let's run it, like, you know, because he's a great actor. So like I'm down. But it's one of those things where it's like it's just a touchy subject because you know you could say the wrong thing and then people are gonna be like, well, why don't you want him to be Magneto? You know, like it's one of those things where like a lot of people feel weird about having a black Superman. It's just it's a thing that you would have to get used to. Personally, I don't feel like it's a change that we would need, but at the same time, if they said, hey, Denzel is gonna be Magneto, let's run it. Like I'm down. Does that make sense?
No, yeah, most definitely. And I think you hit the nail right on the head. That's the biggest takeaway that everyone keeps on saying is that Magneto is a Holocaust survivor. That's where his pain and anger comes from and everything like that. So with a African American actor playing that character, you have to scrap that. I mean,
we have
you're
to
right.
change it all up.
Unless you know something, or unless you know they say, you know, there was someone, you know, of color in Auschwitz too. But a lot of people are saying if the X-Men are going to be during present day, you could, and with Denzel's age, you could say he was a part of the civil rights activist. He was a civil rights like around that time. Now that will piss a lot of people off. But at the same time, I'm thinking, look, at the end of the day, I just want to see Magneto do some cool shit. I just want to see a powerful character. That's all I care about. I mean, Denzel, the caliber he can bring it. You're right. Let's run it. The whole, I mean, being a fan of Magneto, literally wearing a Magneto shirt that you got me. I think if it's not broke, you know, don't fix it. His origin story, it's not broke. Don't mess with it. But at the same time, every time I see Magneto, I'm not going to go, man, that raging Holocaust survivor. Damn, he's pissed. I don't think that. I just think, look at that damn mutant. Like, look at this savage of a, you know, X-Men villain. One of the most powerful villains in Marvel. Like, that's how I look at him.
Right.
So, I don't know. To me, it's whatever.
Yeah, like, I think it's just one of those things where he's one of those characters that you do not need to touch. Like, because people are okay. We don't need another different type of story Magneto. Like, even though we've gotten it before, we're okay getting it again. It's like Batman. Batman has the same fucking story, but we're okay every single time seeing it because it's Batman. So Magneto is one of those things where it's like we don't need to change, right? But if they did change it, okay, like I'm okay with it. You know, like I know that this time, like there's so many different types of comics and different types of superhero stories, so I'm okay being a part of this change. but I prefer it just be regular Magneto.
But could you imagine the dialogue from Denzel Washington? All my
It'd be great.
brothers
That's
and
what I'm
sisters.
saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's a great actor, and I know he would kill it. So it's like one of those things where it's like if they say Denzel's Magneto, okay, let's run it. Like I have full faith. Like I think he's gonna kill it.
Mm.
Who knows, dude? I mean, with this Deadpool movie, who knows
Anything can
where we're
happen.
going, bro? Yeah.
And plus,
who
with
knows
them
where we're
introducing
going.
multiverse and variants and everything like that in Marvel right now, anything can happen. If you want to, we'll stick with X-Men, and like we've been doing for the past couple weeks now. X-Men 97, episode 8, bro.
One of the stars of that episode was Magneto.
Yeah.
He wasn't in the episode very long, but his one little, I guess we should say, I mean, spoilers for episode 8 if you haven't seen episode 8 of X-Men 97. His one little spot where he gets out, and what does he say? He just says enough or something like that.
Yeah.
And wipes out all, like, just a ton of bad fucking ass, bro.
All these new Sentinels that we have being made by Bastion and everything like that. And Mr. Sinister is helping and everything like that. It
was a great episode.
Was insane. The episode was totally insane. I loved every bit of it.
It was my favorite episode so far.
You had Jean, Cable, and Cyclops doing their own thing, being badass. You had Nightcrawler and Wolverine taking out so many of these Sentinels. Dude, Nightcrawler, just vanishing, popping up over and over and over. It was so clean. And then
we got some cameos.
Yes, dude. You had cameos from Silver Samurai, Omega Red. You had Zemo, Doctor Doom, and I think the one that freaked everyone out, you had the
Spider-Man.
Amazing Spider-Man. You had Spider-Man from the 94 show, the animated series. This amazing character that fans love so much popped up. Didn't say a word, just swung onto a building, feeling the effects of what Magneto did, taking out all those Sentinels. That was fun. Yeah. Is it just a small little appearance? I was just like, oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah. I mean, all the appearances, all the cameos were small, but they all just were just like, oh shit. Like when you saw them right on the screen, it was a great episode, bro. From start to finish, I felt like it hit. I was watching it in the garage while I was working out, and the whole time I just found myself watching like in 10-minute spurts because I was just watching, like I'd lose track of time just watching. Whenever we're at Bastion's house, whenever Cyclops, Jean, and
Cable.
Who else were they? Cable, yes. When they were at Bastion's house and then his mom, I knew that old lady, something was up with her, bro. I knew something was up with this old lady. And then whenever she turned into a Sentinel, I thought, oh, like the Sentinels were even creepy.
Yeah.
So it was a great episode. I mean, dude, to me, it was the best episode of the season so far. And we've had some good ones already.
No, yeah, it was very good. I love the whole, what was it? Jean basically just, who did she talk to when they were basically telling her, oh, was it Nightcrawler basically saying, Cable may not be your blood, but he's still your family.
I'm pretty sure it was Nightcrawler, yes.
Yeah, and that whole little speech they had with each other. And then you see it when they're on the jet and just a small, like little motherly things, hey, Cable, get in the backseat. Cable, he's like, why are you bossing me around? Like, there you go. She fully just embraces at this point.
Cyclops said, let's show them how the
why you don't mess with the Summers or something like that.
Yes, yeah. Something like that.
It was so clean, bro.
Yeah, it was a great episode, bro. I'll just go out and say it. Is X-Men 97 the best Disney ever since Disney has brought these Marvel shows back so far? Out of all the shows that we've gotten, is X-Men 97 already the best?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Most definitely. I mean, we had all the MCU shows that came out. I mean, we had WandaVision, we had
Loki,
Miss Marvel, Moon Knight, Falcon Winter Soldier. Good shows.
We've had some good stuff.
They're good. We had some good stuff. I mean, Loki is on top of people's lists. WandaVision is my number one. Miss Marvel is right there as well. She-Hulk, me and you both love She-Hulk. I mean, it's not everyone's favorite, but I mean, I still enjoyed it for what it was.
Right.
What If being compared to animation, that's good.
Mhm.
It's not X-Men 97. X-Men
Yeah,
97 is amazing.
Yeah, I didn't watch the old. I didn't watch it when it was first out, but I mean, bro, this season so far has been great. Like, I think from start to finish, like if you just look at from the beginning of the season to where we're at now, I feel like every episode has just been it's been a consistent path. You know, like we haven't had some that are good and some that are boring and some that are like, yeah, there's been some slower stuff, but I think it's because a lot of episodes have just been so good that the other ones feel like it's but they're good as well, you know. So I think from start to finish, the show, as consistent as it is, I think you have to say it's the best project that Disney's put out.
So I'm not saying every episode is a 10. But let's just say, as far as the hype and how good they are, let's say if all of them have been a 10, I feel like there's only been one episode. I can't remember which one specifically. I feel like there's only one episode that's probably been like an 8, but it's still very good.
For me, the episode after the episode where Gambit died, that one to me was a legend. But it was almost because we were up so high, right? And so like the other episode was like a cool off. Like it was just a lot to process. It was just like and so the next episode after that was kind of just like a cool off period. And then right after that, we went right back into it. So, but I would say from start to finish, I mean, I don't think there's been a bad episode.
Yeah. Like I said, definitely no bad episode. I mean, the show's great. This show's
it's great.
Good. And I'm happy that they, okay, go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I'm happy that they did confirm, like, we're getting our second season.
Yeah. Do you think that they bring back other animated shows like the Spider-Man one, for example?
After the success of this one, yeah.
So do I.
I can definitely see, because Spider-Man, gosh, that's what got me into Spider-Man.
Yeah, I had those on VHS.
Yeah, I had those on VHS. I had these X-Men shows on VHS, and I had, I mean, when it comes to DC, I had Batman the Animated Series on VHS. Like, that's the stuff that got me into superheroes. That's what got me into loving these characters so much. Even with the Spider-Man, the animated series, that was my first time seeing Daredevil, anything Daredevil. And that's what made me love the character so much. And, you know, lo and behold, just a little bit later, we had the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie come out, and I saw that in theaters too as a kid. Yeah, I mean, these classic shows, they were great. They were great for what they were back in the day. And Disney bringing back the 90s X-Men show, genius idea. And I think this is just,
we're all old, dude. I mean, all of us kids that grew up in the 90s, we're at the age now where we can pay for Disney Plus, and we're still watching this shit, you know, like we're adults, and
it adult money now.
Right. And it feels like it's not catering to 5-6-year-old kids. It feels like it's catering to us, like to people our age is what it feels like. And I think that's why it hits so well. Like, it doesn't feel like they're catering to kids. Back then, when you watched it, I'm sure it kind of was, right? I'm sure it wasn't catering to 20-something-year-olds, but I feel like now it is. And I think that's what makes it so much better.
No, yeah. No, I mean,
so yeah, it's been great, dude. For me, it's the best Marvel show on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I'm upset we only have 2 episodes left.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think the future's bright. I mean, like you said, I think they're bringing back the Spider-Man show. I think they're going to bring back a bunch of other Marvel shows, because there was other ones, I think, animated ones, weren't there?
Yeah, you had like Fantastic Four and everything like that. They had a Hulk show.
It wouldn't surprise me if they bring back like all that shit, dude.
I think they had a Hulk show,
especially now because we're like in the whole multiverse aspect of the MCU and stuff. Like, it's just a perfect time.
No, yeah, I agree. As far as news, I think that's pretty much it. Do we want to get into wrestling?
Yeah, I mean, bro, so we had Backlash today. The first premier live event after WrestleMania. I mean, do you want to rank it out of 10? The whole show?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it.
Ranking for Backlash out of 10. 3, 2, 1,
9.
8. Okay, yeah, that's fair. I'm teetering between 9 and 8. Maybe because it was just very short. I feel like it was short. It flew by, in my opinion. It flew by. It was 3 hours, but it flew. Maybe that's why, but the crowd made up most of it, bro.
I was gonna say it was short. By the time we got to Cody and AJ, I thought we're already at the main event. Oh my gosh. That crowd, no pun intended, phenomenal.
Yep.
The
I would say
loudest crowd I've heard, dude.
okay. So out of all your, I know this is hard. I know.
Oh God.
Out of all your premier live events that you've watched in your lifetime, was this the most lit crowd? Was the Backlash 2024 France crowd the most lit?
Yeah. They gave
Yeah,
Puerto Rico a run for their money from last year,
yeah.
dude.
I was gonna say Puerto Rico last Backlash. I felt like was the most lit crowd I have ever seen. Like the most intense feeling that I had for it, like for a crowd, right? That just the crowd changed every match. The crowd made it feel like it was an important match. This one, dude, I think this one topped it. This
Yeah.
crowd was from start to finish. I don't think there was a single time where they were just complacent, like they weren't just there quiet.
And even with SmackDown being there too.
Yeah.
Not a premium live event, even just for SmackDown. It was loud. I think the only time they got quiet was when the Final Testament showed up or the New Testament
Yeah,
showed up.
I think I saw that people on Twitter were talking about that. Karrion Kross was the only person that made them silent. Yeah, I agree. I think this is the most lit crowd that I've ever seen at a premier live event in my whole WWE time. Isn't it crazy how a crowd can make a show so much better, bro?
Yeah.
Like like let's say this was in the US, because these matches were all pretty solid. We had 5 matches. All of them I felt
They're
like
really
were
good.
solid. All of them I didn't feel bored in any single one of them. But if it was here in the United States, the crowd makes it sometimes feel a little bit more boring than it should be. And so when a crowd is lit and when a crowd is invested in the match, just like you are, and it almost makes you more invested in the match.
Yeah.
So it adds to the premier live event so much, and it's wild, and it saddens me because I love seeing that on TV, but then I just think, bro, why would WWE stop going to Europe, and why would WWE stop going to places like Puerto Rico? Those crowds are just way more intense than the US.
I think it's also because they're very
hungry to see some WWE. I think.
Yes, I was gonna say like they're very appreciative. Is that
Yeah.
if
They don't get it.
if
They
I
don't get
said
it
that
very
right?
often.
They don't get
No,
very
yeah, I
often.
agree.
So when they do, they blow up. They
Yeah,
show up and show out. Dude,
yeah,
the
I
camera
definitely
was on
think that plays
AJ
a part.
Styles, and the freaking camera was just bouncing. And I thought,
When Jay came out,
yeah, even
when
Jay
Jay
came
Uso
out
came out,
too. I thought, oh my gosh, man! And what did WWE post for? Because so one fan posted their Apple Watch, and it
yeah,
said
and I
like
think it was like above 10 decibels or something like that. It was like
basically they're in a loud
right.
area.
Yeah, it was insane. The crowd was insane. Personally, I don't think WWE is going to stop venturing out of the United States just because it's been a success pretty much every show. The only show that I can think of that wasn't in the United States where the crowd wasn't that good was it was a more recent one.
Not Chamber.
Chamber. I think it was
Was
Australia.
it Chamber?
Yeah, I felt like the crowd was just eh.
Hmm.
But it could be also because I was in a stadium, right? This was in an arena.
Yeah, that's also true too.
Because
This
a
one's more
stadium
compact.
outside, a stadium outside is definitely a lot more harder to make it seem super loud, right? Versus an arena. I took a picture here. WWE Backlash 2024 now officially holds the largest gate of any arena show in WWE history.
Wow. Holy crap.
Isn't that crazy?
Like I said, bro, they show up and show out.
Yeah. I mean, bro, it was a great crowd. So you want to get into the matches?
Yeah, off the cuff.
So
they
starting
off.
off the cuff, we started with a banger, bro. The
Oh
Bloodline,
my gosh.
Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga versus Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, and it automatically got turned into a street fight at the very beginning of the match.
It couldn't even ring the bell.
What a great way to start the card.
Yep.
It blew my expectations. I already thought it was going to be a good match, but I didn't expect it to be a street fight. And the street fight just fit this, right? Like we saw them brawl so many times throughout SmackDown, and we've seen them brawl with Kevin Owens. And so to make it a street fight just felt so what's the word I'm looking for? It felt on par. Like it felt that this is what the story needed. And so it was great, bro. All 4 guys killed it.
No, most definitely. You said it perfectly. they keep on brawling no matter what. So then, of course, they're going to go out in a brawl as soon as they see each other at, starting the show off. And it's just now thinking about it, it's like I couldn't imagine Solo tagging.
Yeah, right.
What was it?
Tonga.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine him just waiting patiently, waiting for the tag. Tag me. I couldn't imagine that. It fit. That was just a straight brawl.
Mm-hmm.
No DQ, just go for it.
Yeah, it was great. I was very impressed with Tonga. The bumps he took, bro.
Yes.
The bumps that he took. Now I know he's a veteran. I know he wrestled in New Japan for a while. I'm not sure where all he's ROH, I think, but I know he's a veteran. But this was his first WWE Premier Live event, and the bumps that he took in this match were very impressive, bro. You saw his back during the match, back warped up. Yeah, dude. Welted up, welts, and then that spot that he took with the chairs, bro. I was like, oh shit, like that was crazy. He took like a brain buster, right? Through like 6 chairs. It was wild.
Bro, whenever he got up or when he like rolled off of one of the chairs, chair was flat, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was very impressed with Tonga, and I was very impressed with Solo. It was finally good to see Solo in this type of environment where he was the leader, right? Like you saw him leading in the match. I was very impressed with Solo. This is the first time I felt like we've seen that type from Solo, but it's also because WWE hasn't given him many opportunities. He's been outshined a lot by his fellow Bloodline counterparts. So now he is like this leader of Bloodline 2.0. And so we said somebody was going to show up. We were wrong on who the person was that was going to show up. We said Jacob Fatu was going to show up, and we got I have his name here.
Tonga.
There's so many of them, bro, that I lose. Tongaloa, yeah, I think so. Tongaloa, yep. Tongaloa is Tamatonga's brother. They're sons of Fatu, I think. So many of these motherfuckers, bro. There's so many. He shows up, helps the Bloodline win, and now we have Tamatonga, Tamaloa, and Solo Sikoa leading Bloodline 2.0. What are your thoughts on that, and what are your thoughts on this new Bloodline that we have?
All these Samoans are big as hell, man.
Yeah. And these ones are even big. These ones are even bigger than the past Bloodline. They're bigger than the Usos.
Yeah. Yeah, but at the same time, this shouldn't be a surprise. We had Rikishi back in the day. You had Yoko back in the day, even though he wasn't portrayed.
Yeah, they're all big. Yeah,
but
they're all beasts.
We always have tanks inside WWE, but now we're just getting them back. And you're right, they are definitely bigger than the Usos. And now I'm just trying to figure out where the hell is Jacob Fatu going to go.
I mean, bro, this new version of the Bloodline are fucking beasts. I mean, you have Solo, you have Tamaloa, who's a big ass dude too. Tamatonga is a ripped ass dude, and then if you include the Rock, if this goes where we think it's going, and the Rock is the one who's pulling the strings on this new Bloodline, you include the Rock in that shit, bro. What a version of the Bloodline that is right there. As far as where Jacob Fatu goes in this, so I don't know. Okay, right. So there's a lot of ways this could play out. Personally, I would like to see him on the bad guy side. I'd like to see him in this new version of the Bloodline because all the highlights that I've seen of Jacob Fatu, he looks like he's honestly the best one out of all of them.
Yeah, I agree.
Like he's a fucking he's everything I think that WWE and us fans wanted Solo Sikoa to be, if that makes sense.
Okay, so you took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say, it's almost as if I wish we had him instead of Solo. Could you imagine him being basically the enforcer for Roman this whole time?
Right.
I'd be scared as hell.
Yeah. I'd be scared. All the highlights that I've seen of him on Twitter, of him wrestling in MJW or whatever he's wrestling at, bro, he looks phenomenal, super athletic. So I want him to join the Bloodline 2.0. I want him to join the bad Bloodline. But I also know the past few Survivor Series, they've been running 4v4. So if you put him, but maybe The Rock doesn't show up for Survivor Series. So maybe you add Jacob Fatu
in War Games.
That's true. That's very true.
I mean, at the same time, I don't want to take anything away from him. I'm not trying to say he'll push or anything like that, but it's just like I don't think he needs to be in War Games.
You're right.
If he could just control them and basically say, get in War Games and do what you have to do. Don't make me look bad. That'd be cool. But at the same time, I mean, I would love to see him in it. Running 5-on-5.
Yeah. So you're right. So, okay. So if The Rock was there, to see him at Survivor Series would be great. Okay. So let me ask you this. If you don't see him in a War Games, would you be okay if we just got a traditional 5v5 like the old Survivor Series days?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
I'd be fine with that too.
Just to see it in general.
So let's look at the picture here in the future, right? We're thinking what's going to happen at Survivor Series. If we get a War Games match, we get the Bloodline 2.0, Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu versus Roman Reigns, the Usos, and then we got to add another one, whether they get some help from somewhere. I'm sure there's a fucking other cousin too, bro, that we're not even thinking about. So maybe we add a different one too. We get a full Bloodline War Games.
I'm trying to think of one that they've mentioned before, but I can't. I didn't even know the one that showed up today even existed.
I saw someone on Twitter. I may have sent it to you. Let me scroll through here real quick. I saw someone on Twitter say that they wanted to see 4v4 at Survivor Series, and they mentioned another person to be on Roman's side.
I'm trying to remember the name.
Lance Anoy. Which one? Who's he? I think he's related to them, like actually though. Lance
related to the Usos?
I think so.
Or to Tama Tonga and.
So I don't think Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa are even related. I don't think they're blood related at all. They're just a part of that, but they're not blood related.
It's just like how we said
The Rock, like The Rock's not blood related to them. He's just in this Samoan dynasty that they have.
I guess Jacob is a cousin.
Oh, is he really?
Because
Jacob Fatu is.
Okay.
I'm saying Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa are not related to them. I think Jacob Fatu is though.
Yeah, he is a cousin to the Usos.
Yeah, so
he is.
Jacob Fatu is related, but Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa are not. They're just they're like The Rock, right? Like we just include them in this.
I'm not seeing. Oh, Lance.
Anoy, yeah. Oh, he's not related to him?
No, I don't think so.
It's hard to break down.
He's related by marriage.
Ah, okay.
But I'm trying to see to who, because some of these names I can't even pronounce.
That's fine. Okay, so either way, right? Let's break it down here. So, are you okay with getting the Bloodline 2.0, Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, Jacob Fatu versus Roman, the Usos, and whoever the fourth member is to be determined?
Cody.
Survivor Series War Games. I don't think it'd be Cody, but Survivor Series War Games. Is that the direction you want WWE to go here? Yeah, I agree. I think it'd be fantastic.
Because why else continue to introduce nothing but these Samoans? Why else?
Well, they teased it today, right? They teased it at Backlash a little.
Yeah,
we got them walking by. We got them walking by Jey Uso,
which I thought planting the seeds.
Yeah, planting the seeds. And Paul Heyman's looking at Jey like he can't control them. He has no more control in the bloodline, and I can't wait, bro, for Roman to come back. I just cannot wait for Roman to come back. I know it's going to be a while. Personally, I don't think he's showing up till after SummerSlam. I can't wait for him to show up, bro.
He's going to show up and just imagine. So basically, he's going to come back, see his bloodline, and be like, y'all did some work. Yeah, this. Try to lead them. They're not going to listen to him. And they're going to look at Solo, and he's going to look at Solo going, all right, I'm back. Like, you can step away now. And Solo's not going to give up that spot. He's had a little taste. He's had a little taste of that leadership. He's not giving it up. You're going to get some stories and week to weeks with that. Then you're going to see the slow, divide between Roman and Bloodline 2.0. Then you're going to have to start seeing the Usos reconnect with Roman. But we got to wait for Jimmy to come back. Now, how long is he going to be injured? We don't know, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to wait for Jimmy, but then we're going to see the Usos and Roman reconnect. And then you could start the story from there.
Personally, this is the way I envision Roman Reigns coming back. I think. See, this is why. Okay, so a little off topic here. This is why I wanted the Bloodline to get involved in Jay's match at Backlash, because I wanted them to get involved, because I wanted I thought so. We've seen some rumors, right, that that WWE there's going to be a trade probably before Monday, but before the roster's done. I thought, okay, perfect. Bloodline gets involved in Jay's match. Jay asks for a trade to go to SmackDown because he wants to fight the Bloodline. So you trade Jay for whoever, LA Knight, somebody. Jay ends up on SmackDown. That's how we get this whole thing gets started, right? Because SummerSlam is coming up. It's a few months away. We're already in May. It's about to hit summertime. But that didn't happen. So the way I see it happening is somehow, some way, Usos reunite. But you're right. I don't know how long Jimmy's gonna be out. But so this is if Jimmy is back.
Okay.
Usos get reunited. New bloodline beats them up. Right? It's beating them up nonstop. Paul Heyman is trying to get them to stop. They don't stop. Maybe Paul Heyman's even kind of sliding them information. The Usos like trying to get them to help them, but also like he's still on the Bloodline 2.0, right? He's like he's a spy, right? And then Solo finds out. Then they're all finna beat Paul Heyman up. They destroyed the Usos. Usos are effed up. They're about to beat Paul Heyman up, and then Roman's music hits. Roman comes out to save them because he's saving his wise man. And then that's how we get the story of, and then the Usos and Roman got to team back up and they got to take down this new version of the Bloodline because nobody else can. I don't know, something like that. I can't wait for Roman to come back, bro.
Hey, bro, be honest. You write for WWE, don't you?
I what?
You write for WWE, don't you?
Bro, hire me, WWE. I will write for you any day. Like, I will be in that bitch. I will fly to Connecticut, bro, and I'll move out there dead ass in that cold, bro. Like, I would definitely write for yeah.
But TKO hiring.
Yeah, there's so much possibilities. I'm just so happy that we're not done with this Bloodline story. I know we talked about it a few episodes ago, but right away they established themselves again with this new chapter of the Bloodline, and it's still one of the most intriguing storylines in WWE. And I thought for a while after WrestleMania it wasn't going to be, and now it's just here slowly every week. It's more intriguing. We're getting these other seeds planted, and the future. I think ultimately it leads to The Rock and Roman.
Yeah.
You want to get to the rest of the card?
Yeah, just about to say.
I know we could talk about the Bloodline forever. Okay, so the rest of the card was.
I was going to say we need to get back.
Yeah. Okay, so second match.
First off, we were right. We said Randy or no.
We were right on all our predictions.
We were right. Yeah. We said Randy and KO were going to lose, and Bloodline were going to take the win for that one, with the help. And then from there we went to was it
Bailey
Kabuki Warriors versus? Oh wait, no, was
triple threat match? Triple threat.
Okay. So we had Bailey, Naomi, and Tiffany. And banger match. You're right. Oh,
yep.
It was very good match.
I was worried because the first match was so good, and so I texted you and I was like, whoever's second, geez, like what the crowd's gonna be coming down, right? Like the crowd's probably gonna be tired from this first match. Bro, no, this match was a banger. The crowd was there for it the whole time. Bailey got the W like we called. Highlight of for me, no surprise to you, Tiffany Stratton, I think, stole the show in this match. She again showed why she is main event top tier talent.
She's a star, bro.
She stole the show for me.
Yeah.
Naomi was good too. Bailey was good.
Yeah, overall the match was fantastic. It was really good. It was entertaining. You're right. I mean, especially the opener of the freaking show, all out war, and then you just go straight to a championship match. It did well. It held its own. Yeah. You're right. Tiffany stole the show for me as well. When is she going to get her push? I don't know. Maybe we could see her as the queen of the ring. Maybe we can see her as Miss Money in the Bank soon. Who knows?
Personally, I prefer her Money in the Bank.
Could you imagine her promos of saying she's the queen?
To me, yeah. I mean, maybe she would elevate it. To me, King and Queen of the Ring, bro, hasn't held any weight to me in so long.
Since what, King Booker?
I would probably say King Booker.
Over King Woods.
Yeah, I mean, bro, they got rid of that storyline because Big E got hurt.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, yeah, the whole King and Queen has held no weight to me since a long time ago. I know that they're going to try to do it this year where they're going to try to make it mean something. For me, it's got to mean something. Like, you don't get anything. You just get to call yourself king. What does that do, though? Like, do you get a title shot? Do you get, like, like, there's nothing involved with it. So I don't know. It's held no weight. So I would personally prefer to see Tiffany win the Money in the Bank.
Yeah. So as we said, Bailey took the W on that one. Then from there, we went to the tag team match with the Kabuki Warriors versus.
But did we go to Jay and Damien?
I thought that was after them.
I'm pretty sure we went to Jay and Damien, bro.
Did we?
I could be wrong. Let's see here. I don't know, bro. We just fucking saw the show today. How do we not remember, dude?
Because a lot happened.
WWE Backlash.
We were talking about went so fast.
For card, it did go really fast. Let's see here. I'm pretty sure we went to Damien and Jay. Yep, Damien Priest versus Jay. That was the third match. Damien Priest and Jey Uso exceeding my expectations, I'd say. The only thing I guess I wanted at the end was I wanted the Bloodline to interfere. But we called Damien. We called Damien winning.
Called Damien winning. As we said earlier, that crowd showed up for Jay.
Jay, yeah. Dude. He's so over
my
France.
Gosh.
Yep.
That whole
he's way more over in France than he is here, I think. And he's way over here, if that makes sense. He's way over here. But in France, it was like to another level.
No, it was a good match, dude. A lot of back and forth, pretty damn well. And of course, you had Judgment Day interfering. You had JD and Finn interfering. Damien telling JD, use that big ass head of yours.
Yeah. For me, highlights of the match, Jey Uso again showed why he's main event Jey Uso.
Yeah.
I told you last episode, or I don't remember where I told you, but it was during our predictions. He's in a weird spot because he's main event Jey Uso, and you know he can compete with the main event talent. But at the same time, he's in a weird spot, and it's like I don't see them putting a main title on him. Like you said, right now he's Intercontinental status or he's U.S. title status. He's still not there at the main event world title status, and it's weird because I don't know how he gets there because he's already so over with the crowd.
Yeah.
So he's in a weird spot, in my opinion.
He's in a weird spot. WWE tried to give him that spot as far as being, for the big belt when he was facing Roman. And for that one, people would have been happy if he beat Roman, but he's just not there yet. He's not there yet. I don't know if he's ever going to be pretty good with him. I mean, him taking off of Sammy, that'd be a fun little story you could do right there. Him taking off of Logan would be fun too. But where's Jay?
They kind of already teased that on Monday. We got a little banter between Jay and Logan.
That's right. Yeah. Fucking Logan, bro.
But it was a good match. And then let's talk about, bro, at the end, this motherfucker Damian Priest putting hands on Finn like he don't know who Finn is, bro.
Oh, bro, yeah. I think we talked about it before, and I even text you, bro. Finn still got that demon in him, bro.
Yeah,
don't be putting your hands on Finn Balor.
This dude's forgetting who Finn Balor is, bro. Finn Balor, first ballot Hall of Fame. Bro, you can't forget. He will. Whenever he did that. So where do you think that's going? I mean, I know we still have the rest of the card of Backlash to get to, but you think we're going towards a Damian face turn? Because that's what it kind of looks like here.
Like he's wanting to try to be respectful.
Right. Like he stopped him from beating up.
Or backing him off with Jay.
He backed him off of Jay. He's saying he doesn't want help. He doesn't want to cheat to win. It almost seems like. It seems like he's pissing off the Judgment Day here. I could totally see the Judgment Day kicking him out the group.
If it's not face, then I think he's just trying to prove that with him being champion, he's not a champion that's almost like Roman, where you always need the backup to help you win. Not saying,
but that's what bad guys do.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. You're right in that sense. But to him, I guess, the face turn would try to be like, I'm trying to be the opposite of that now.
I think he's trying to be the opposite. Like he was pretty much respectful to Jay. He went out to Jay and was trying to talk to him civilized. Like he's doing everything opposite of what a typical heel does. So this is leading me to believe that the Bloodline's eventually gonna turn on him and kick him out the group, and then that's gonna set up Finn versus Damian.
SummerSlam.
Maybe, but we also have Clash at the Castle coming up. And we said we thought I thought Drew was he's gonna be the main event at Clash of the Castle. I don't see how he's not.
Oh, he can be the main event, but then you're gonna have some situation where the Bloodline or not. Gosh damn, the Judgment Day interferes, and then he gets more pissed at Finn, and then you set that up for SummerSlam.
That's true. Yeah, maybe
He's gonna
maybe
blame him losing the title.
Maybe they save CM Punk and Drew for Clash of the Castle, and that's what we get. Well, Drew's got to fight at Clash of the Castle, bro.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, what I'm saying is that he fights Damian at Clash of the Castle, beats Damian.
Oh, you're saying, and then he does CM Punk at Mania.
Yeah, and then you're gonna have Damian blame Finn for losing, and then they're gonna have a match at SummerSlam. Who's Drew gonna fight at SummerSlam? I don't know, but I can guarantee, dude, that build up to WrestleMania for next year, Drew versus Punk. Oh, that's money.
Oh, this was gonna happen. This is how I would write it. We get Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, CM Punk, Clash of the Castle, main event, triple threat match for the World Heavyweight Championship. That is where the Judgment Day turns on Damian Priest and costs him the championship, and Drew McIntyre wins the title back.
Clash of...
It's coming up. It's after King of the Ring.
Yeah, I'm trying to see when is it. Yeah, June 15th.
So did you hear my what I said?
I heard it, but do you think Punk will be back by then?
Yes, I think he's already pretty much cleared. He's not wearing his brace anymore.
He's not wearing his brace anymore, no. But at the same time, like, do you just instantly jump him straight?
Okay, so maybe we don't put Punk in there. Maybe it's just Damian and Drew. But I think
Punk interferes and costs. Oh well, no, never mind, because it's going to help.
No, because I think this is how we get the title off Damian. He turns into a good guy, and then that starts this whole feud with the Judgment Day. That's where I think we're going. I think the Judgment Day is going to turn on Damian.
Yeah,
bro, the way he's putting his hands on everybody, the way he's acting like a good guy, the Judgment Day is not going to roll with that. Finn posted a picture afterwards of them in each other's face.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on Twitter.
I don't know. I didn't see that one.
Yeah. It's great. But anyways, okay, so then we get to our new tag team champions, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. They beat the Kabuki Warriors in a pretty entertaining match.
Yeah, it was entertaining. I mean, I hate to say it. I mean, I texted you saying, yeah, Jade's going to need some work. Some spots were just a little too sloppy.
Yeah, but we knew that coming in, right? We knew.
Yes, hence why they've had her at the PC working her ass off. Hence why as soon as she got signed, she didn't instantly debut and start off on TV. We knew this. And we've been saying her as a tag team with Bianca is a safe move. It's a very safe move. And tonight or this afternoon showed that.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, she did good.
Yeah. You're right. She does need some work, especially with like the selling. There were some parts where I didn't feel like she was selling very well at all. Like even her face, like I don't know. But
no emotion.
Yeah, she had no emotion and selling, whereas like you saw Bianca, like especially where the Kabuki Warriors had them in arm bars and Jade is just laying there. Bianca's over here kicking her feet, like acting like she's in pain, and Jade is just laying there. Jade needs a lot of work, but she's still fucking tank. And as long as you're that, bro, most of the time you can do pretty well in WWE. And she had some good spots, especially that spot where she's like fucking turning Kairi Sane like around and like she picked her up and then it ended up leading into her move. That shit was badass. You're right. It's safe to keep her with Bianca. Let her build, bro. I mean, let her get some skills. Let her. There's no rush. So I mean, she's still young.
No rush, and then honestly, Bianca's a perfect mentor almost for her.
I agree.
So I mean, it's a very good move by Paul Levesque.
Yeah, and then we get to our main event, which at this point I'm already like kind of tired from how over like the crowd has just been super supportive, super energized. All the matches have been bangers, and then we get to Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles. We were right again. We said Cody Rhodes, and that was a good match as well.
It was a very good match to start off. It was honestly a good paced match from start to finish. It was a very good paced match. I was about to say it was kind of slow in the beginning, but no, I don't even think it was slow. I feel like it was just a good steady match, and it just showed how talented these two fools are.
the crowd kept dancing whenever anything AJ would do, because I guess like I think Michael Cole said like when you say phenomenal, like it's like a
Yeah, it
dance or
means
music or
something. Yeah.
yeah. So like anytime AJ would do something good, like the crowd would just start freaking dancing and singing their song. Um, yeah, it was a good match. I mean, AJ, we already know what it is with AJ, bro. He can put on a banger with anybody. Cody Rhodes can put on a banger with anybody. So you knew right off the jump they don't really need much story here. It's gonna be a good match regardless. Um, it was a good match. It was a good way to end it. I wanted Uncle Howdy to show up at the end just because he was tweeting about Backlash and I thought maybe Backlash would be a good show to debut him. But I mean, whatever. I just don't know what we do with Cody now.
I think at the presser he said he doesn't see this as the end of him and AJ. So I mean, you can continue.
You think we
for a
run
little
that
bit.
back? Do we want to see that back?
I mean, this was a good one.
It was a
I was
good one, but
entertained.
like it's a story there to keep me invested till Clash at the Castle to care about this again.
Probably not. No, you're right.
You said
Probably not.
Yeah. Like but like we said, it's like they're trying to buy their time to SummerSlam because we're getting we're getting The Rock and Cody. I don't know if it's gonna be at SummerSlam. I assume they're just trying to buy time to get there, and I just don't know what we do. I guess AJ would be a safe way to run it. I assume Cody fights at Saudi at King in the Ring.
I also want to say he said he would like to go against LA.
LA would be good. I put him in my top 5 opponents I'd like to see for Cody. I just LA would need to turn heel for me to be interested.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's
I would want to see LA as a heel.
He's so over, so it's just like I think he'll kill it as a heel too.
Yeah, he would kill it, but will the crowd let him be a heel?
Oh, no.
That's the thing. So I don't know, bro. I don't know what we do with Cody. I think they save him and Randy till after SummerSlam probably.
So that'll be a nice slow burn up until
because him and Randy, I'm invested to see in multiple Premier Live events.
All right. Well, if he doesn't show, if he's not a part of that that team with Roman and the Usos, like how I kind of threw out there earlier.
Yeah,
you have Randy and Cody run it at SummerSlam.
Oh, I'd be so happy for that. I'd be so happy to see that.
Did you see the Undertaker comments on Cody on
about
his
him
podcast?
being
possibly seeing him as a heel? He's saying that he's got that heel qualities and he gives him heel vibes, and he could see him easily being smug and better than that. I feel like it's in his character.
Personally, I mean, we've already seen him be a heel. I know it was a long time ago, but we saw him as a heel in Legacy, and we saw him as the dashing Cody Rhodes. I thought he was great as dashing Cody Rhodes. I think he went off in the Indies and did some heel work as well because I saw on Twitter, but I would be okay with him being a heel. I think he'd kill it. Cody Rhodes, we have made him into this big John Cena face. The crowd, WWE crowd has. He has not always been that. So it wouldn't be like absolutely weird to see him be a heel. I guess would WWE let him be a heel? We saw that they didn't let John Cena be a heel. Vince did not let him. Once he was a face of the company, we got the same PG John Cena for years and years and years. Now this is Triple H. This is a different era. I think if the crowd started turning on Cody, I think Triple H would let Cody be a heel.
Gosh. Could you imagine if like the WWE crowd didn't accept him the way that we did?
Yeah, I mean, who knows
what if it was just a missed opportunity? Like he came back and everyone's like, "Yeah, that's cool, you're back," and they're just like, "All right, he's still the same shit." But yet, obviously, he's not. But like, could you just imagine that?
Yeah, I mean, I think either way, Cody has solidified himself as top tier talent now. He's not. It's not like back then when it was in WWE his previous run. I think either way, face or heel, even if he came back and the crowd didn't care, I think he would have done great heel work. And maybe he wouldn't be as big as he is now, but he still would be top tier talent in WWE. I think either way, he's solidified himself to be main event, and I think he would do great either way. But it's just one of those things where it's like, does WWE let him? Because he's the new John Cena.
Yeah.
He's the face of WWE right now, in my opinion. Him and Roman.
And especially building up the way that WWE's done for these past 2 years to make him the guy.
Yeah. They made him the guy. They made him the top tier superhero, the top tier babyface. Like, he is the top good guy in WWE. But I think Undertaker's right. I think he'd do great.
It's all facade, bro. Just like Homelander.
He does look like Homelander to him. But yeah, it was a great card, bro. Great Backlash. Backlash was great. I don't have high expectations for King and Queen of the Ring in Saudi, but I feel like every time I don't have high expectations for a WWE Premier Live event, it always exceeds my expectations. So,
I mean, we were just saying that the hype wasn't here for Backlash, and now we're talking about it was a good ass.
Yeah,
it was a good ass card.
It was a really good card. But anything else WWE related?
Trying to think. Shout out to them, that French crowd, dude. They, like I said, they showed up today.
Right,
they for real showed up.
Yeah, I think it's the most hype crowd that I've ever seen at a WWE event.
Yep, and it has Paul Levesque coming out on the press conference saying that he wants to talk to the mayor or something like that about doing a WrestleMania 1 year here. And I thought, oh my gosh, bro.
WrestleMania there, and I think in England too. I think that was for England.
Oh, was it for England?
Yeah. Gosh, he said Nick Khan texted him and said stadium for France, like a stadium show, which that would be cool. How do you feel about WrestleMania in England?
For one we can't even think about going to.
Yeah.
Two, shit, bro. Loud.
Yeah.
Loud.
My biggest thing would be, bro, this shit better not be at fucking 3 a.m. for us or some shit. I think it would just be like at 12.
Could you imagine WrestleMania in Australia?
Yeah, that would suck. No
just
way.
Like we did for Chambers, 5 a.m., 4 a.m.
That would suck. That would be awful.
Yeah.
I'm already sleepy just thinking about it. So,
but no,
I mean, all right, bro.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
All right. Well, we'll be back next week, episode 29. We're gonna see some movies in between. Hopefully, we're gonna go see Fall Guy, and hopefully we'll have seen what's this new Apes movie called?
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I was about to say War of the Planet of the Apes, but that's the third one. Yeah, so hopefully we'll have seen those movies and maybe we could talk about them on the next episode. And then obviously we'll talk about WWE related like we always do.
Yep, sounds good.
All right. Catch you guys later.
Later, guys.